What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel I teach you all things Facebook ads, sales funnels, email marketing, and how to optimize your landing page to get better results. So my name is Jackie and this is Marketing with Jackie. I run my own Facebook ads and sales funnel coaching business called Bear Digital. You can check me out in the links below. If you enjoy this video, I would really appreciate if you would give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos from me, please feel free to subscribe below. Alright, so today's video is probably going to be really exciting for a lot of business owners out there, because I'm talking about how you can use ads when launching your course to amplify your launch results. Now, generally there are 4 stages of launching that I recommend using ads, and I'm going to run through each of those different 4 stages and how you want to use ads. Alright, let's jump into today's video. So one of the big questions that I get asked a lot is, can I use Facebook ads even if I haven't launched before? So this comes from a lot of information out there that says you need to validate your offer organically before you can start using ads. Now, whilst that is a great approach, and yes, I definitely recommend if you can do that because you have a large enough audience to begin with, that is fantastic. However, you don't need to wait until you have a large audience to start using ads, because in this system, I'm actually going to show you how to grow your audience using ads. And whilst you're doing that, you're actually going to be collecting a lot of data that you wouldn't have been able to collect organically. So you don't need a huge budget for this system either. You can start off with a really small budget of just $5 to $10 per day. Now your budget will increase over the course launch, but to begin with, it can be totally small, very, very low risk. All right, so stage 1 of your course launch is building your audience. Now, if you already have a huge audience, that is fine. However, I do not recommend skipping this stage, even if you have a big audience, especially if you've never used ads before. So in stage 1, you want to start attracting your ideal audience to your business through the use of a lead magnet. A lead magnet is a freebie that you create, and it should be something that relates to your course that you give out in exchange for names and emails that subscribe to your list. So your freebie might be a mini course, it could be a downloadable guide, it could be a blueprint, a formula, a template, an ebook, whatever is going to help your audience the most when they're in that initial stage before they're ready for your course. And remember, your freebie has to relate to your course. If it doesn't relate to your course, you're going to be attracting the wrong audience. So that is a really crucial step. So when I'm creating my freebie, I like to think, what is the number 1 problem that my audience is experiencing at this stage? So this is when they're thinking about how they're going to fix the solution or fix the problem that my course is offering a solution to. What's that first initial road bump or problem or pain point that they're experiencing that I can fix in this freebie? Now, your ads for growing your audience at this stage can just be $10 a day. And what you're going to do is you're going to use a lead generation campaign that basically gives away that freebie in exchange for the name and email address. Like I said, this can be as low as $10 per day. Now, the great thing about this is because you're spending so little, you can do lots of experimenting in this stage and figure out what messaging and what creatives are working best for your audience. And that's why this stage is so crucial. I recommend doing a lead generation campaign for at least 6 weeks before you launch your course, so that you have time to test and really find out what is working for your audience, because that information is going to help you make sure that your budget goes as far as it possibly can in the next 2 stages of your ad campaign. All right, stage 2 of utilizing ads in your course launch is getting people to come to your live launch event. What is a live launch event? A live launch event is the event that you host in order to attract your audience into a format where you can talk to them one-on-one via video so that you can help them and also explain to them about your course and have that opportunity to give them a sales pitch or invite them into your course. So a live launch event might be a webinar, it might be a masterclass, it might be a challenge, it might be a boot camp. I absolutely recommend that it has a video element, and I also recommend it having a live video element. We might be able to turn this one evergreen later, and I'm going to talk to you about that later on in this video, but for the very first live launch event, you really want it to be a live video event so that your audience can interact with you, they can engage with you, and they can ask questions, and you can answer those questions in real time. Now, one of the really powerful reasons for doing this is that I might have a question, but I just haven't asked it, but somebody else in the group asks it. And by them asking it, I say, hey, I was wondering that too. So you're actually answering a lot of people's questions, and you didn't even realize they were wondering about that. So it gives you lots of really great feedback about your services, about your course, and it helps you engage and connect with your audience. And ultimately, you need to engage and connect with your audience in order to build trust and to have them want to buy from you later on down the track. Now, for your ads in your live launch event, this will be very similar to your freebie or lead generation ads. You're going to use the same messaging and similar creatives in your ads to attract people into your live launch event. Now, there's two different campaigns you should run for these ones. You should run a retargeting campaign, which means everyone who's currently in your audience will see the ads for your live launch event and join up. And you can also run this one to a cold audience and continue to attract more people into your community as well. And because you already know what messaging works and what ad creatives work, because we've tested them in the past 6 weeks in your lead generation campaign, you know that these ads are going to have a really great conversion rate, even though you'll only be running them for maybe 10 days. This leads us to stage 3 of utilizing ads to amplify your course launch, and that is the conversion stage. So this is where you're actually making sales from your ads. Your course is open for enrollment and you're inviting people to come and join you. So all of the work that we've done in the lead generation campaign and in the live launch campaign is going to ensure that our conversion campaign is going to work well and you're going to make sales. So in this campaign, you're only going to be retargeting your existing audience. So you're only going to be targeting people who are engaged with you on social media, who have joined your email list, who showed up to the webinar but didn't purchase on the webinar, and you can sell your course to them directly. Now, when you're utilizing ads in your course launch, it's really important to not only use ads, but to make sure you're shouting about your course launch from the rooftops. You want to be sending emails, you want to be on social media, you want to put it on your YouTube channel, and you want to use ads as well. Ads are just the extra layer on top of all of your marketing that ensures that you get seen. When you think about average email open rates, they're only about 20%. And when you think about the reach that your organic social media gets, it's about 6%. So you know every time you send an email, only about 20% of your audience is going to see that, and only about 6% of your audience is going to see your social media posts. So that's where ads come into play. They ensure that the rest of your audience that aren't opening your emails and aren't seeing your organic social media posts are seeing your course launch and they know about it. The big difference between successful course launches and unsuccessful course launches is often that their audience just didn't even know that they were launching a course. Getting eyeballs on that sales page is what is going to increase your sales. So it's really important to make sure you get it out there as much as possible. And like I said before, we've done all the work in the lead generation campaign and also in the live launch event to get our messaging right. So we know exactly what to put in this ad campaign to ensure it converts. Now, this campaign, again, is probably only going to be a 10-day campaign, which means there's not much time for optimizing in that campaign. And that is why the lead generation campaign at the beginning is so important. It's your low-cost way of figuring out what messaging and what creatives are going to work for your audience. And because you attracted all of these new people into your audience, using a lead magnet that leads beautifully into your course, you know you've got the right audience and you're going to get sales. Now, even if you don't have a huge course launch, even if you don't reach your goals, do not fret, because stage 4 is going to help you. So in stage 4, we can use ads to put our course sales on autopilot and move to an evergreen funnel. Now, what is the difference between live launching and an evergreen? Basically, an evergreen means your course is always open for enrollment and it's running in the back end. This is where it's really important to have a proper funnel set up with email campaigns and ad campaigns that lead your cold audience through a nurturing prospect until they're warm and ready to purchase and jump on into your course. If you didn't make a single sale from your first course launch, not one, then do not go to stage 4. You are not ready for evergreen. And that is really important, because somewhere in your messaging, somewhere in your funnel, there has been a mistake. Something hasn't worked for your audience and you haven't made a sale. And that means going evergreen is not going to change that. You still will not make any sales. So if that happens, and that does happen sometimes, don't worry. One failed course launch is not going to make or break your business. You just need to remember, you just need to try again and find out what does work for your audience. And once you discover that, once you know what works for your audience and you get sales, then you can absolutely move into evergreen and have these ads running low cost in the back end, consistently making you sales every single day. All right, guys, that is it for today. That is the 4 stages of launching that I recommend using ads and how to use ads in your launch strategy. If you have any questions at all, please do drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you and see how I can help you further. If you have any particular videos you would like me to make about Facebook ads, please let me know as well. And as always, I would really appreciate if you would give me a thumbs up on this video and if you would subscribe if you're interested in watching more content from me later on. All right, guys, you have an amazing day and I'll see you next week.